Hello.
Hello! Welcome. I hope you all are excited for the Grim Grotto.
And Baudelaire Book Club.
Oh, it's Mushroom Girl Book Club today.
Mushroom Girl Book Club. We got all kinds fun little mushrooms.
Unfortunately, I don't have much mushroom paraphernalia, so I
hmm
instead have my Sharks, Divers, Aquatic, Kraken shirt, which will become relevant.
I cracked my neck. That was really loud.
Ooh,
I don't know if that picked up,
Kraken on the Kraken. Yeah, for
but now
sure.
you know. Yeah, for the listeners at home, if you heard something that sounded like rocks banging together, that was my neck.
Mm-hmm. Because of the
hmm
bones in the neck.
Right,
Rock.
because of the rocks that I have. Okay. Penny
Mm-hmm.
just scratched at my door. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
that's okay. Um,
I gotta let the girl in.
Yeah, no, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. We have a
Hold
moment.
on.
I'll pause.
She's glaring at me.
Well, oof, sorry to hear that, Miss Penny. You did take her mushroom blanket.
I did take her mushroom blanket. I All of the ire I'm receiving is deserved.
Mhm. I would like to make an editor's note right now that I had
Mhm.
paused the recording and I did not hit unpause until after Kale had just told me that Penny was upset about the mushroom blanket. So in case in the edit it comes off like I'm just know that Penny's upset about that. If there's a potential problem, I'm getting ahead of it here.
Okay. Baudelaire Book Club. Series of unfortunate events.
Series of unfortunate events. Great time. Let me manufacture my drama.
Book 11? Oh, your drama. Do your thing. Pin your
Well,
tail,
it's
girl.
too late. We already did.
Okay.
It was done.
Okay.
I'm, we're goofing. This was a good book. What are your
Yeah.
general thoughts? Like first impression feelings.
Again, I feel like we say this every time. I think this was a very good book, better than the last. It's amazing that we've been able to keep up that kind of upward momentum
Mhm.
throughout 11 books. Um, I think this one's really it's different from the books so far. It's maybe a little bit more deep, a little bit more mature
I agree.
than especially some of like the first books.
There's definitely a vibe change. Like the
Yeah.
gravity of the situation is starting as for as big as it gets, it's really becoming like personal in a way that it really
Right.
wasn't before.
And I really like how Olaf kind of takes a back seat in this one
Mm-hmm.
because in every book so far he has been the main antagonist, the main threat, and he's still, he looms large throughout this book, but as we'll get into, he's not super important. He's not even there for a big part of it.
He really isn't. He's. I actually have a page that I earmarked in my book that I found a
hmm
little passage very funny about Count Olaf because of how much of a supervillain he really is in this one. Like
hmm
it to the point of like almost like satire. It felt like.
Right. That just reminded me I have a page that I need to mark.
Ooh. If it was the one you had in the notes, I did put that down on the notes.
It's not
A bonus tidbit.
a bonus tidbit. I'll find it later.
Mhm.
We might have to pause while I search for it. Not the point.
No worries.
Um, we'll get there when we get there. I was asked to write an extra long summary for this book, so I did.
Oh,
Are you ready? Do you remember this
I'm
conversation?
I'm here for it now.
Okay.
I think
You asked me.
I said write an extra long one.
You were like, I think the summaries need to be longer, and I said, aye, Captain. Um,
Perfect. Then let's. I can't wait.
so
Do like two
so Grim
hours?
Grotto. We'll see.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Grim Grotto. I'm ready.
I don't know. I don't know.
Mhm.
See, maybe I'm feeling frisky. Grim Grotto opens immediately after the events of Slippery Slope, as has become the norm at this point. The children are careening down the stricken stream on a broken toboggan. The Baudelaires end up caught on top of a submarine, and a voice from inside the hatch asks if they're friend or foe. They say friend, even though they don't know who's in there. And then they're asked for a password, and they give the motto for VFD as the password, which is "The world is quiet here." And the voice tells them to enter Baudelaire's. Aboard the submarine, they meet Captain Wintersnips? Ships?
Widdershins.
Widdershins. We meet Captain Widdershins, Fiona, who's his stepdaughter and a mycologist, and we meet Phil, who of course we already know.
We love Phil
from Miserable Mill.
Mm-hmm.
Phil is acting as the cook aboard the crew. The three of them have learned about the orphans' misadventures via telegram and are busy looking for the sugar bowl, which they believe to be somewhere along the stricken stream. Each of the Baudelaire children are set to work on different parts of the ship. Sunny cooking, Violet fixing the telegram machine, and Klaus studying title charts trying to find out where the sugar bowl is. They are interrupted by an approaching submarine in the shape of an octopus, which they know to be Count Olaf's submarine. They turn off all the engines and stay very quiet to avoid notice when a second subnautical vessel is spotted in the shape of a question mark. They avoid notice, and Klaus thinks he knows where the sugar bowl is based on the title charts, and we learn of the Gregorian Grotto and the Medusa Mycelium and Whistle Aquatics. Mm-hmm. These are all together, and that's where Klaus thinks the sugar bowl is.
Those are some important named things. You should be taking notes, Kale.
I did take notes.
I hope you took good ones.
Home.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about the surprise. I won't mention it till later.
Are you gonna fucking quiz me?
I don't take good notes. I found my own way of taking notes.
As they travel through the Gregorian Grotto, the submarine gets stuck because it's conical, so it gets narrower.
Mm-hmm. Not
the
funny.
They go. Not comical.
Yeah,
conical.
That's why I said it wasn't funny. Because it wasn't comical.
Like some people I know.
Okay, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
Keep interrupting my fucking summary. So the children are sent to venture out alone as they try to find the sugar bowl. Inside the grotto, they find a small patch of land above water where they rest. They take off their helmets and they search for the sugar bowl in like the sand. They mostly find junk and like old like writings and then like food. But they also find the breeding ground for the Medusa Mycelium.
Ooh, that's true.
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
We pause for 1 second.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, we're back. Sorry for the interruption.
That's a kiss at home for the folks watching.
Mm-hmm.
They find the breeding ground
for
the Medusa Mycelium, and they are trapped on the shore for a while they research the writings that they found, and they wait for the mycelium to die down. They discover a partial VFD code and a letter from Kit Snicket to Gregor Anwhistle about the Medusa Mycelium, and a mysterious newspaper that Violet says is too smudged to read. The Medusa Mycelium dies down, and they return to the submarine, where they find it empty of Phil and Wintershins, and they find VFD balloons. More alarmingly, they discover a spore of the incredibly deadly Medusa Mycelium is inside Sunny's helmet, and unless they discover and give her the antidote, she will be dead within an hour, is the time frame they're given.
Mm-hmm.
Fiona stops Klaus from opening the helmet, telling her that it's already too late and they can't risk spreading the spore to the rest of the crew. And she kind of takes position as captain of the quarter shing. What's it called? The quarterang?
The Queequeg.
The Queequeg?
Yeah, the Queequeg.
Okay. There's a lot of words in this one where it's like, it's just like, it's a thing where you're reading it and you go while you're reading. Yeah, your brain does a little like skip. You're like, I know I'm not, however I'm pronouncing it in my head is wrong, and I know that. One of those things. The submarine that they're on.
Queequeg.
the Queequeg. And so she takes control and acts as the captain. And she kind of orders them around while she tries to find a cure in the book that she's reading for the Medusa mycelium.
Mhm.
While this is happening, Olaf's octopus-shaped submarine comes and it swallows the ship, taking the children aboard. He smashes a porthole on his way in and enters, practicing his villainous laugh. He takes the children aboard the ship to the brig, and they see dozens of children from Prufrock Prep and the Snow Scouts being forced to row the tentacle-like arms of the octopus, and they're being whipped by Esme.
The big
In the
noodle.
brig, big noodle.
Tagliani Grande.
I'm surprised you remembered that. That's very good. Gold star. This week's reader of the week is Steph.
Thanks.
Is
I
Steph.
did my best.
Fuck.
It's like
Yes.
Steph without the T, but I still have the T,
Right.
so you can still call me Steph right now. Actually,
Okay.
on a technicality, it works.
God, I wish I had tea. All right.
You want it?
In the brig.
Let me just like,
Sure.
I'll like see if I can go to the plasma place and be like, can you just take the T out and swap it?
Yeah, I'll send you my address and you can just like mail it over.
Mhm.
In the brig, they are interrogated
Plastic
by the Hook-handed
Ziploc
man
bag.
until
Mhm.
it's revealed that he is Fiona's brother, Fernald. Holy shit! Throwing shit. The crowd goes wild. Violet reveals that the newspaper she'd previously said was too blurred to read is actually about a fire set to Ann Whistle Aquatics by Fernald. And he confirms that this is true. He's like, I did that. For sure, man.
I love burning that shit down. It was great. Yeah.
That's not what he said at all.
No, it's not. But that was kind of the
We'll get
energy.
into that. No.
It was very admitted. Anyway, my apologies.
Yeah. So the hook-handed man is elated to be reunited with his sister, and he agrees to help the children escape as long as they take him with them. There's shenanigans. The orphans manage to get back to their original submarine, but Fernald and Fiona stay behind to kind of give them cover. Violet and Klaus manage to figure out that the antidote to the Medusa mycelium is horseradish, and they give Sunny wasabi that they'd previously picked up on the beach.
Mm-hmm. In the Grim Grotto, like little
In the Grim Grotto, there was like a bunch of food, and
it's a
they
cool
picked up some wasabi.
underwater beach cave thing.
Mm-hmm. They give her wasabi and it cures her. The orphans also find a cake, and they realize that the balloons were celebrating Violet's 15th day, and it's Violet's birthday, and she's now 15. Tears all around.
Big moment.
Mm-hmm. Big moment. While Sunny is in recovery, they receive a telegram from Quigley Quagmire, who's left them an encoded message where to meet by Tuesday. In the middle, they manage to decode half of it, where they find that they're supposed to meet at Briny Beach. They don't know what they're supposed to do at Briny Beach yet. When the ship is boarded again by Count Olaf and his troop, and Fiona, who has joined them. Count Olaf and Fiona are now working together. Yeah. As Olaf is trying to steal away the Baudelaire orphans, they kind of go back and forth with him with using the Medusa mycelium as kind of a bargaining chip. And the question mark ship appears on the sonar again, scaring Olaf to back to his main ship where he tells everyone to man their battle stations, leaving Fiona to watch over the orphans. Fiona then kisses Klaus and then lets the orphans escape before joining Count Olaf, which they manage to do. They fix the broken porthole with gum, and they slip out of Olaf's clutches yet again. They manage to decipher the rest of the code, and they end up on Briny Beach, back where it all began.
It's a
and they
loop.
see there Mr. Poe, everyone's least favorite. He tries to take the children with him, but they refuse and instead get into a taxi driven by Kit Snicket. And that's what happens in this book.
That's what you need to know.
what you need to know.
That was a wonderful summary. Thank you so much for writing that up. It's really, really, really. It was like really solid.
It's my joy, my pleasure.
Ooh, Chick-fil-A, if you will, where they're like, "My pleasure." Whenever they'll be like, "Can I refresh your beverages?" And you go, "Sure," and they go, "My pleasure." You're like,
My
"Thanks."
pleasure.
Cool.
Gross.
Yeah, a
You
little
just
bit.
say you're welcome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us.
You just say no problem like a normal person.
There it is. That part. I there is so much like little funny shit in this book.
There's a lot.
It might be
It's
one of the
very
funniest
fun.
books.
It's tight. All of these books are very tightly written. There's never like a wasted line.
And like the more specific it gets, it tends to be more
So
you understand. I had a word for it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the eldest phenomenon.
So throughout this book, he repeats over and over again the water cycle, and like the phenomenon of the water cycle, and he calls Violet Baudelaire the eldest phenomenon, and I thought that was very funny, very silly. I liked it. I laughed. Ha hee hee hoo hoo.
Ah, because they are a thing that happens. They are a force to be reckoned with.
At this point, yeah.
That is true. They are just a product, I would say, of their environment, but they've never really been in one for too long.
Right.
So, I really liked the water cycle. I know that there was. I wonder if it was just for the eldest phenomenon part. I was trying to find where the like through line is with it, but I think it was more of just like he described it right away as like this is a boring thing to distract you. So it's just I'm just going to keep bringing it up and explaining it. So I was hoping for more, but do you think it was very good?
Phil! I was very excited to see Phil again.
He was. I remember in the like in the book where it's like reading. I'm like, isn't that? I was like, didn't they just see him at the carnival? And I felt so fucking stupid. I felt so dumb. He was never at the carnival. Phil would never be there.
No. Even if he was, he'd make the most out of it.
That's true. Very big optimist. Very cool person from their time at the sawmill. Oh,
just fun to see people we know.
What did I do? There we go. I don't know how to.
I'll avert my eyes.
No, you're fine.
You fix this.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Ooh. Herman Melville is someone who's printed on the front of their scuba suits. You can't really see it on my cover, but it's there. And he's the guy from he has something to do with Moby Dick, doesn't he? He's the author?
Yes. He's the author of Moby Dick.
Author of Moby Dick. Very fun.
Lots of author and literary references.
As always, lots of author and literary references, yes.
Why are you with the captain on this no flirting thing? What's...
I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable to see the Baudelaire orphans flirting with other children. I don't think that's what we should be focusing on right now. These are life and death situations.
Well, that's true, but they're also human.
Yeah.
And they weren't flirting. And the only reason they thought it was flirting, they were just two people talking, connecting, is because an adult decided to impart that expectation on these kids. And now has made them think of it and get awkward and uncomfortable. It's Captain Witterson's fault that Fiona turned, in my opinion. Classic stepdad conundrum.
You're not wrong, but I do like it as a general rule of no flirting.
Well, yeah, of course, as a general rule. I just... In this particular instance, the captain's being a bit of a shithead, and I'm just not here for it.
Okay.
He could have said that rule before they were flirting and not just tell them to shut up. Because if they would have had their conversation for about, 30 more seconds, they could have got somewhere. In terms of, like, progress and good things happening in the story. Non-romantically speaking.
Good things in these books? I don't think so.
Oh, well... Gosh. Great question.
I cannot remember what's going on with Fiona
I,
and if she counts as an orphan.
okay, so I do not believe that she counts as a orphan,
Okay.
specifically because it's not ever. I think her mom died. Did they say that?
I don't know. Her it explicitly said that her dad left and I think it said that her mom went missing
Mm,
and that Captain Wintershins is the only family she has left.
got
It
it.
might say that her mom died.
So
I don't
I
remember.
don't recall, and like I don't
And
think that would technically make her an orphan though, because it's like
right. If her dad is still alive and just not in her life, I don't think that counts as an orphan.
mm. Like
And
they
also,
she's been orphaned.
she has two dads. They're just both not here right now.
Mm. Although Wittershins, we're not really sure where he went.
It said like Lemony Snicket is like he spoke to a woman and she convinced him to abandon the ship.
He what?
He spoke to a woman. Lemony Snicket has this whole thing where he's like, we're all wrong about lots of things. Captain Wintershins was wrong to go with that woman and abandon the ship. Like that's
Uh
the
I think it was Kit Snicket.
I think it was Kit.
Because that
Um,
explains who is going up the vertical flame diversions in the grotto, where they mentioned that there's a
right,
woman there. I think.
right.
But anyway, I
There's slime in my book.
slime. Ew,
There's slime in my book. I'm
that's so
really upset about
gross.
it.
Ew, that is
That's the
actually
page I had to find.
really. Oh,
Yeah.
I think there's a page that I have. I have two
With
different
slime?
pages. No, not with slime. Um, that's what is it? Page 206. And I found it really funny how like the phrase that comes to mind, the toxic masculinity, is like how cucked Count Olaf is by Esme and Carmelita. Like where like she's like I'm like Carmelita's like tap dancing and she's like you're jealous of me because I'm a tap dancing ballerina fairy princess veterinarian, and Esme's like you look adorable, doesn't she look adorable? And like Olaf's just like I suppose so. I wish you wouldn't ask me. I wish you would ask me before taking disguises. Like
Is whipped perhaps a better word
whipped
than
with
cucked?
yeah that would be see, thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I was like it's the first thing that comes to mind is the toxic. Like I'm like
Mhm.
that's what the impulse is, but I'm like that's not the word I want to use. You're very whipped, or just like the fact that he treats Carmelita differently. Like
Yeah. It's a little funny.
it is, but like he just I don't understand what value Carmelita adds. Is it just that Esme's enamored with her?
I think so.
Ah, I get it. He is whipped. That's what it is.
He is whipped.
But
Hmm.
hopefully by that big Tagliane Grande.
We still haven't talked about the Klaus
We
kiss.
haven't. You're right there with me.
I didn't.
Did you like
I
it?
didn't like it. No.
Oh,
I felt it was unnecessary.
I felt like it
That's all I can
complicated
say.
things.
Well, yeah, but I like Fiona is still like their friend, and I think this idea of like being complicated kind of ties into some stuff that we'll maybe get in later in like the discussion points of like there is no good people aren't inherently like noble or villainous, people are a mix of the two.
Hmm.
Um and I think that point was made well enough with Fiona without them having to share a kiss, where it's like, yeah, you can still care about her and have complicated feelings about your friend who betrayed you, even if it's not romantic.
Well, I will say I disagree with using the phrase shared a kiss because I believe she just kisses him before they go.
Yeah.
Like, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's an important distinction. Like, Klaus was kissed.
Klaus was kissed.
Klaus was kissed. It's not that, like, they kissed. Because
Mm-hmm.
to not imply intent, like, just to be a bit, like, clear, because I do agree that like it is one of those things where like it wasn't absolutely necessary, but with the distinction that like she kissed him, I think it was one, it kind of evens out like the stuff with Quigley and Violet a little bit,
Hmm.
because
But
it
I don't know if
is.
that needs to be evened out. I don't know if Klaus needs to have the same exact experiences and, like, dare I say it, a love interest in the same way that, like, Violet does.
Well, that's why he doesn't get it though. He doesn't get to keep it.
But
He gets betrayal and heartbreak instead.
mm,
So, you know, kind of in a way like introducing it like, well, if she kissed you, like I think that is a way. I would like to say that it's a way that Lemony used to convey the idea that like to get like a younger audience to understand that like if she is she still their friend, can she be on the enemy team and still be an ally at the same
well,
time?
I'm saying that that idea I think was presented well enough on its own without needing her to kiss Klaus to like show that affection in a very like physical way that she still
Oh,
has
I
for the
see.
Baudelaires. I think
Mhm.
her letting them go was enough to show like the moral complexity.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I agree with you.
You may continue.
Yeah, I think it's just also Fiona sucks. And I think that's a much better reason to hate the kiss, is because Fiona's the
Okay.
worst. And she's mean. And she shouldn't have led Klaus on. Damn it.
I know about you. I thought you kind of liked mean women.
Well, yeah, but she's not mean in a fun way.
Okay.
This
She's just
Fiona.
bossy.
No, 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 no. I just mean like, why wouldn't she like let you look in the book?
Well, the whole thing was like she she was like, you need to do other stuff right now. I will look in the book.
Did she actually follow through with it? I guess she did.
She did. She just
Mm.
didn't get anywhere with it
Mm.
because they were boarded.
Oh, that's right. All right. I don't remember what Klaus was doing then. That was a very chaotic part of the book where they were like doing a
Right.
lot all at once and yelling. But then also like, can we even trust Fiona? And they waste a lot of time talking when they could be doing things, and a lot of time doing things when they could be talking. So I agree.
Kit Snicket. That's my girl right there. That's
Shit's
my bestie.
she had lines, Kale. She had lines
She
in this
had
book.
lines. I'm so excited.
It is.
I'm like 80% sure she dies
She's
soon.
oh.
Doesn't she die?
At the end of the end, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. But while she's here, we're gonna have a riot. I love Kit Snicket.
She's very important.
She's so cool.
I
Love her.
This is getting me excited again for because the next book is the only one that I don't think I actually read.
Me too.
So it'll be like,
Or at least I think I read it. I just don't remember anything.
same thing. I'm sure we will.
Like, I have like flashes of memory, and that's it.
Yeah, where it's like I don't even know where these memories are connected to. I could be misremembering. Like I know they're at the hotel,
Right.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And there's
Maybe I've just looked at the cover for too long, and I'm like, I remember this, and it's like you don't remember shit.
I remember the cover. That's it. That's all. I'll be excited. Okay.
There's so much Greek myth stuff going on, and just like Greek stuff in general. Like there's Plato's allegory of the cave in here, and it's like used to like talk about like the sonar and how you're just getting like a very inaccurate brief picture of what the real world looks like.
It was absolutely. I'm really glad that you brought that up. I thought it was really cool how they
And that's
in a simple like in another way explained the allegory of the cave. That like yeah, it makes sense. Like you don't know what it is, but
that's one of those things where it made me think like this one is much more like mature almost than some other books with like the literary references that it makes.
being a bit more overt and direct in that kind of way, as opposed to like just one-off names, or you know, like there's that one line which like way early in one of the earlier books, like she's like Sappho, and it's like yeah, like in the reference, like they're very smart terms a lot of the time. So,
and then there's of course the Gregorian, and it's like it's Gorgon Grotto. where it houses the Medusa mycelium, which I think is one of the most famous Greek myths of Medusa.
Oh,
Yeah,
being
was
a
a
good.
gorgon.
Mhm.
Wow.
You're gonna do so well. Um,
Quit teasing me about the surprise. Yeah, so
what's going
I
on?
kind of write the notes as I go,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very weird because it like talks about there are lights that are no longer functioning in the grotto. I kind of got this answered. I should have taken it off. It's fine.
No, no, no. It's okay.
Where it's like there are lights that no longer function. There's a verdant flame diversion tube that someone is climbing up. Um,
Yeah, but they mentioned that
yeah,
like they would have seen the mosaic on the grotto floor, no, like
right. And I was
thousands.
like, what the fuck is going on here? It was Anne Whistle Aquatics and used to be much better kept up until fire.
Mm-hmm. Well, it also
And then
they also mentioned that like if the Baudelaires would have known or would have had someone who known, they would have like drained it. Like you could know where it is,
right,
swim to it, and drain it. But like
they don't
all those
know.
secrets right there in the darkness, just out of reach.
Very weird. Very weird 2 pages of the book.
I liked it. It was very uncomfortable,
I
but
liked
it's
it.
depressing.
Yeah, it was weird is not a negative
Peculiar.
descriptor. It's odd, and I like that.
Ah, that was a good part. What was your
Mhm.
148 sad face about?
I don't know. You expect me to remember
Mm-hmm.
I think it had something to do with grief and let me read.
Mm.
Oh, so this is when they're talking about their parents where they were like they'd drawn a secret line where they only like remember and talk about like the good things about their parents. And now
Mm-hmm.
it kind of hurts to kind of like remember like the things that weren't so great, the things that they didn't like, and like when they fought with their parents. And that hit me
Mm-hmm.
very deep in the feels.
That kind of
That
moment where you realize that like there were parts
yeah,
also.
where it's like that's a very human and very like thing we don't talk about when it comes to grief, but everyone does. Where it's like you only remember and talk about the good parts, and I think it's really impactful that it was addressed here and now in this children's book. I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. I did too. Now that I'm kind of
Mhm.
looking at it, I really like that they did take a good amount of time to like talk about it. Like Lemony does a pretty good job of like explaining about how like in a lot of ways like we all kind of like try not to think about the negative things too much, but like it's
Mhm.
that like it's important to remember them and acknowledge them, but you also like people are some of their
Right.
parts,
Right.
so we tend to try to like think positively, which is a great way to also I think kind of lead into the whole like betrayal part where like there's different sides of the schism, who's really right, there's people that are wrong, but that doesn't necessarily mean the sides are right.
Right. I think that's yeah. The hook-handed man twin.
So I didn't mean to skip ahead too
Did,
fast.
that was really all I had to say. If you want to move on.
Up to you.
Wow. He's her brother.
Oh, the hook-handed man
Wow.
twist. Yes,
Yeah.
a twist to be sure. I forgot
A
myself.
twist to be sure. Me too. I remember something happened with him in this book. Um, I thought he died. Turns out he's still kicking.
That's right.
He just is much more. I think this is such an interesting character to give depth to as well because like we learn so much about him where it's like yeah he loves his sister and he loves poetry and like he talks about setting fire to Anne Whistle Aquatics was the worst thing he'd ever done and like it made him cry. And I think this is such an interesting character to
Mm-hmm.
give depth to because we've seen him do such awful things. Like he's leered at Violet and like threatened a baby and it's like yeah, he is a really like scummy person and we can't forget that and it makes sense why the orphans are so hesitant to like let him come with them and
Absolutely.
like don't forgive him, but it's like it's so interesting. that he contains multitudes.
He's really a multifaceted character.
Right.
I find it, I really like you mentioned that, like, you know, the fire from beforehand, like he felt so bad about it, he loved poetry. And like just thinking about it, it's like, well, now that he's got hooks for hands, like it's a lot harder for him to write poetry. So that could probably add to it too, that like without a creative outlet for the soul, people, you know,
Mhm.
kind of turn evil, maybe, as a possible theme. You know, could be that like he burnt down the aquatics, maybe realized he chose the wrong side of the schism, mayhaps, and then like incident happened
Right.
to like never cause destruction again. I don't know why I'm into the like, did he self remove his hands or what? But it doesn't go into it. It doesn't really matter.
No,
But
we don't learn how he lost his arms,
or is,
his hands, and I think it's just his hands
yeah, because it
that are replaced with
hooks. He's
hooks.
got the little hooks and
Right.
claw. But like he is also like a solid character, and
Hmm.
like to flesh him out and like explain that, like, well, yeah, like I just work for Count Olaf, like.
Right. Well, I think that's also why I like so much that they chose him and not. I guess there aren't too many like members of Count Olaf's troop left,
The
but
bald man,
I feel like
maybe.
there are. No, he died, didn't
Oh,
he? Didn't he get eaten by lions?
yeah, I think so. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no one left, but who else could they have like
Right.
done a backstory
Right.
on? My bad. Sorry, I kind
But
of jumped
like,
ahead.
yeah, where it's like there are more redeemable members of Count Olaf's troop, I think, than the hook-handed man, but it wouldn't have been impactful or as impactful as it is here with showing like someone who is like an evil character and someone we've seen do excuse me do evil things and get this kind of like redemptive moment.
It's like moment of like, oh, is he gonna like do well, and like, is he still on our side or is he keeping up face? And there's that thing of like,
Right.
you never know. That's the problem.
Right. And I think they mention that he never knew which side of the schism to be on and kind of like flip-flopped between them a lot.
Oh, which that
And we
would,
see that here.
yeah, we'd see that with Fiona. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Case in
One of
point.
one of the things the hook-handed man brings up is like there's no right side of the schism, which kind of like ties into this book's themes of like no one is inherently noble or villainous. We are people and we make choices. Um and it's like we still don't really know what the schism is about and why VFD split, but you know, it makes a lot of sense that like both sides have done bad. Both sides think that they're doing good.
Both, yeah, like it everyone's the hero of their own story, sort of a vibe, and that like, you know, both of those things can be true at the same time.
Right.
But some of those things really happened, and that's the thing that
Yeah.
like like the verifiable information is all that's lost. So like anything that could give you an idea of what's actually going on, we only see it through the eyes of children.
Yeah. Who have, at best, an incomplete moral compass.
Yeah, like definitely more lenient and whatnot, and just
It's like they're children. They don't really understand
oh, kids
the
wouldn't give a shit.
complexities of like doing bad things for the right reason or whatever.
I mean, unless they have been starting to do that, like in
Which,
Vile
yeah,
Village.
which is my point, is
Oh,
that they've started to learn over the course of these books, like, you know, their own, like, learning more about themselves and learning, like, yeah, a moral code.
starting to figure out like ultimately you kind of got to do what's best for you, and like without
Right.
hurting too many other people.
And, like, learning that kind of independently of any adults in their lives. Happens in page 20.
278. This was me.
Was it? Tell me all about it.
Mm-hmm. Um, I believe it was that like I couldn't get over like how cartoonish Count Olaf got in this book.
Yeah.
Like, eh, I'm happier than a pig eating bacon. I'm so happy-go-lucky that lucky and happy people are going to beat me with sticks out of pure unbridled jealousy. Ha ha, Jacama. You know, I found the orphans had flown the coop, and I should have known you were too dim-witted to do anything better. You guys are just snacking, eating poetry. You know, cackle, cackle, cutthroat. Like, their laughs are just like
They're very silly in this book.
they're
He's
so
been practicing his villainous laugh, and that's all he does.
he triumphant, Esme says. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
there it is. I think it was that Carmelita comes out with this banger. I'm going to do a special tap dancing ballerina fairy princess veterinarian dance recital, Carmelita bragged, on the graves of all those volunteers.
Medal for like, she's like what, 13?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm like about 13. And just the like this so absolute like how is the hook-handed man saying there's no wrong side of the schism? And Carmelita is doing a tap dance veterinarian ballerina doctor ballet on people's graves.
Yeah.
It seems a little
Carmelita's an evil child.
Very, very evil. Ooh.
Orphan ranking.
Important time. Orphan ranking. I put 4 in because Quigley makes a telegram.
Quigley does make a telegram. I think I'm gonna put Quigley at 4.
I agree because it's just words.
It's just he's not really there. Glad he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
But we've had better Quigley moments.
Absolutely.
I think for number 3, I have to go Sunny.
Ooh. Okay.
She spends the whole book dying.
Yeah, but she also is smart enough to know how to save herself. Or yes. I guess like if she didn't happen to know, like she would have died. That like wasabi's or horseradishes in wasabi, and that they had it. But that's not very active. She is kind of a MacGuffin in this.
Right. She did not find out the information that horseradish cures the poisoning. She just knew wasabi and horseradish are the same.
Yes, correct. Okay.
Okay, I think for number 2, I'm gonna go Violet. Controversial choice.
I shit you not. I was about to say that I think that I was gonna put Klaus then Violet, so that's very, very funny. Okay, what's your reasoning here?
We've just, again, as always, it's not that she didn't do great, it's that someone else did so much better. I think, Violet does a lot. She does a lot of her best. Or she does what she does best. She turns 15. Great for her.
Big moment. Mm-hmm.
She fixes a bunch of stuff. She learns how to like steer a submarine, and she figures out the codes. But I just think Klaus pulls his weight a little bit more with the whole figuring out the wasabi thing, or figuring out the horseradish thing, and his like relationship with Fiona. I think that does a lot for Klaus. Being my number 1 pick for this book.
Makes sense. For me, it was more so that like Violet chooses to hold on to the Daily Punctilio article. And I think she should have brought it up sooner.
Okay, so you're dropping her because you think that she should have been honest from the start.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Because I think Klaus is really big on like, if he has information, he provides it because that's what he's good at, is information. Mm-hmm. And Violet choosing to like wait because it's like, well, I don't know if we can trust Fiona. It's like, well, you don't know if you can trust Fiona because of that scrap of paper you found.
I don't think it's about trusting Fiona. I think it's about hurting her feelings.
Oh, really? Like,
yeah, I think she found an article, like, because at this point, Fiona had told them about her brother, and she's like, I really miss him. He's missing. He's out there. I really want to find him again. And so then Violet finds this article that says, this man is an arsonist. He's a criminal. And they're like, this would crush Fiona to read. I'll just pretend like I found nothing.
See, I took it as like a matter of trust because she also at the same time is talking about how they're like not sure what side she's on, and it could be because she's getting close to Klaus. It's possible. I don't know. But I didn't think about it like that. That's a really good like that makes a lot of sense.
Interpretation.
I think Klaus had more fun because it was all on like submarines and stuff. There wasn't as much like yeah. They were all good.
Didn't invent anything. Right.
Like I could almost argue that they're a tie for me. So yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Cool.
Now tell me about your surprise.
So overall, I rate the book 5 thumbs up out of 5. It's great. We're gonna do the next one. But instead, I made a pop quiz, a game of Jeopardy.
I knew it. Fucking knew it.
Ba 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Make it one team. Let's go to F11.
It's just John Cale.
It's just John Cale.
Yep, that's me.
So, how do I, is it function F11? There it is. Okay, so I have 5 categories. I did my best for this. I got VFD, nautical notions.
Yep.
Guess Who?
Yep.
Sunny Side Up, and literary references.
Hit me with literary references for 300.
Literary references for 300. The Gorgonian Grotto is a reference to this creature from Greek literature.
What is the Gorgon?
What is the Gorgon is correct. Good job, John Cale. 300 points on the board. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, and then I gotta hit escape. Okay, now I'm understanding it. All right, board is yours. 300.
Who else could it possibly belong to? I'm the only one here.
If you get
it's just me.
If you get it wrong, I get to answer the questions.
Ooh, okay.
And I know the answers.
Give me literary for 500.
Literary for 500. If you get the answer wrong, you lose the points. So remember that. You can't be.
I know.
Violet finds, quote, an odd square stone with messages carved in 3 languages, a reference to this real-life object.
What is the Rosetta Stone?
Ooh, correct. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to Sunny Side Up for 200.
Sunny Side Up. Do-do-do-do-do. Daily double. It's not. There's no daily double. Sunny uses this word to refer to her mother, a reference to the Japanese word for a woman in a position of authority.
These are all Sunny's phrases? Okay. There's no way I'm gonna know any of these. Go ahead and you answer.
Do you forfeit the question?
I forfeit the question.
Wah, wah. Sunny uses this word, which is mama-san, or mama-san. So,
okay.
Cool little word. Next on the board. They're
Next
not...
Let's go back to...
Oh, yeah?
Let's go back to literary references.
Okay, literary references.
I'm gonna rack up all the points and then do the Sunny ones, I think. 400.
400. They are not weighted correctly, just to be clear. No, some of them are, some of them aren't.
Great.
Captain Wittershin's short monologue is a reference to this famous philosopher's allegory of the cave.
What is Plato? Or is it Plato's allegory of the cave?
It is Plato. Yeah. Perfect. 1,000 points on the board. I'm assuming you're cleaning up?
Yeah, let's do literary 200.
This poet is frequently ridiculed throughout the book. This should have been the 500-point one, but I had trouble rearranging it.
The 500 one. Who is Edgar Wright?
Ooh, close. Edgar Guest.
Edgar Guest. Okay.
Very close though. You were surprised. I was worried that you were going to get it. That was very well done. Like, that was a good guess.
I should have just gone with Edgar. Give me 100.
I wouldn't have given you points though.
I know.
Maybe. I'm a sucker. The Baudelaire's mother often used to give the children a type of choice, named after this man, which quite frankly isn't much of a choice at all. Again,
Someone with the horses. I don't remember his name.
I can't believe I made the easy ones harder. Like, worth 4 points.
It's fine, because I'm not losing as many points. It starts with an H. Hobbs' choice? What's a Hobbs' choice?
Hobbs' choice. I will not remove anything. It's Thomas Hobson, a Hobson's choice.
Okay, that's fine.
You do lose 100 points because they're cheap.
It's okay.
All right, literary references has been cleared out of the board. Thank you so much, John Kale.
Give me Guess Who for 100.
Guess Who for 100. Just a sec. Turn this down. How much was that for again?
100.
100. Guess Who? This person spends most of the book trapped in a diving helmet.
Who is Sunny?
Sunny Baudelaire. Correct. Yeah. Works.
Okay.
All right. Back on the board.
Give me Guess Who for 400. Let's see.
Ooh, Guess Who?
Again, if these aren't weighted properly.
We'll see.
Who knows?
This young woman is a lover of all fungi.
Who is Fiona?
Fiona is correct. 400 points.
Let's touch on the other categories. Give me nautical notions for 200.
Ooh, nautical notions for 200. The Grotto is located near this aquatic center, founded by Aunt Josephine's brother-in-law.
Oh, the Gregorian Grotto?
Mm-hmm.
Is that just
the the Gregorian Grotto?
What is the group?
Oh no, I'm a dumbass. I fucked up this one. So you get points. You were correct.
I get points.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
The Grotto is located near
this aquatic center.
I misunderstood. Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I misunderstood the question or the answer.
That's okay. And I did too, for what it's worth. So we'll put you at 1,200. That feels good.
Give me VFD for 300.
Ooh.
Are these gonna be?
VFD.
I know exactly what this is.
This VFD are the telegrams from the volunteers of VFD.
You son of a bitch. Nope. There's nothing.
Oof.
Nothing in my head. Why don't you tell me what it is?
Volunteer factual dispatches.
Ugh.
I agree.
I hate these books, actually.
These books are pretty trash, I will admit.
Board's still mine, even though I've lost 2 in a row because I'm the only player here. Alone, adrift at sea. Give me Guess Who for 200.
Guess Who for 200.
For 2. Guess Who for 2.
This annoying little brat channels her inner vice principal Nero for all of the working children in the submarine.
Who is Carmelita Spatz?
That is correct. Carmelita Spatz is the correct answer. Board is yours.
Nautical notions for 100.
Ooh. This member of the Queequeg also is referred to as Cookie.
Who is Phil?
Who is Phil? That is correct.
Who is Phil?
What is the Phil?
What is the Phil? Give me nautical notions for 500.
Ooh. This writer, famous for writing a book about whales, adorns the front of the Queequeg crew's uniforms.
Herman Melville. Who is Herman Melville?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, good job. Good job. That was a good one.
I read Moby Dick.
I tried to. It was hard.
It's long. Give me nautical notions for 3.
This deadly fungus is neutralized by eating horseradish.
What is the Medusa mycelium?
Medusoid mycelium, correct. Which I didn't realize until we were talking earlier in this video. And it's like, oh yeah, it is Medusoid, like Medusa. I didn't it didn't click till today. I felt real goofy.
Okay. Give me VFD for 100. Because I'm assuming you're going to make me do all of these.
Yes. What did the VFD balloons in the Queequeg represent?
Violet's 15th day. What is Violet's 15th date?
Yes. Which, both of those correct. Good job.
Date, day, whatever. Nautical notions 4. Let's just clean that out.
This unknown entity appears in what shape on the Queequeg's sonar?
What is a question mark?
Ooh, a question mark is correct. Good job. Nautical notions has been cleared out. We got VFD, Guess Who, and Sunny Side Up waiting for you.
Give me sunny side up for 100.
Sunny uses this Hebrew word meaning hello.
Why don't you tell me what the Hebrew word for hello is?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guess Who for 3.
Guess Who for 3. This character waves the big noodle around while in an octopus costume.
Who is Esme Squalor?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely correct.
Okay. Let's just clean out Guess Who.
Okay, 500. This troupe member recently had their name revealed.
Who is the hook-handed man? Fernald.
Fernald the hook-handed man is correct. Ooh, you gave me the good
Mhm.
answer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the 2 that I can't do. All right, give me VFD for 200.
Violet spots this VFD in a scrap from the Daily Punctilio.
Nope.
I
Don't know it.
I also don't remember which one this is. So
Great. Why don't you give it a guess?
I won't. Verifying Fernald.
Fuck this.
It's hard.
This book.
I think that for the next time I do this, I'm gonna also make it so that I am a player as well. So that instead of losing points, I will like have an opportunity to steal the points. We'll make it more fun.
Okay.
Because I don't remember most of these. Like I wrote them down and I'm not good at them.
Yeah.
I will give a guess on the next one though, so that you feel it's fair.
Okay. Give me VFD for 400.
This VFD takes the form of a poetry book Klaus uses to decode a message.
Verbal. Verbal something decoder.
Verbal
Words are hard.
Verbal something. Yeah, I want to say it's like vocabulary, but I don't think that's right. Something. I don't know what the.
Yeah. I don't know what the F is.
Fucking decoder.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Versed
furtive disclosure.
Disclosure. Ooh, wasn't even close.
Nowhere near correct.
Nowhere near. All right, give me 500. Give me
All
VFD 500.
Captain Wittershins mentions that he used to work for this VFD mission. I think I know what it is. I have a guess.
Go ahead and
I think it's.
let's hear your guess.
My guess is like verifying fish division.
Oh yeah, the verifying fish division. Yeah.
Voluntary fish domestication mission. Ah.
Okay.
These ones are hard. These ones are really hard.
Why would you do this to me? I can't wait till we do Twilight and I can do this shit to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I that would be ecstatic. Sunny side up. These ones are tough.
Yeah, let's go to 300.
Sunny uses this word to say the other end. The full word is the branch of medicine concerned with the anus and rectum. If you can get close to it.
All I can think is colonoscopy, but I don't think that's right. Does it start with an H? Hera?
Starts with a P.
Starts with a P. Don't know it.
Procto, as in proctology.
Grotto. Oh.
Which is a very clever turn of phrase. 400?
They're all very clever, yeah. 400, sure.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm going a little fast. Sunny uses this word to ask.
Oh, this one was Helen Keller.
That is correct. To see in the dark reference, I believe she pronounces it Helen Keller.
Keller.
I
think, yeah.
Very good.
That one I knew. I'm glad that I got one. That's a win. All right.
Last one.
The last one. One.
Sunny uses this word to describe her surprise dessert, Hebrew for birthday.
I don't know Hebrew.
It's like Yamelki. I can't pronounce it. Yom Holodet.
Yom Holodet.
Yeah, like Yom Holodet. Yeah, something along those lines. But that's the phrase she actually uses.
Well.
So 1,900 points though is a great way to partake in your understanding and mastery of the Grim Grotto.
$1,900 is not bad, especially because only really 2 categories trip me up.
That's true. I think you did a really good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope that these were.
No, thank you for making a Jeopardy for me.
Of course. Well, I thought it would be fun and like is what I've been, it's fun. And I would like to admit that the first one that I played was this one. I typed in Grim Grotto because I wanted to have an idea of like, okay, what are other people doing? So I clicked on this one first.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna do this real quick. And it's not so much that like I forget that kids read these books and that we'll do projects on them for school. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this isn't it's always series and unfortunate events, Philadelphia.
Okay.
Anything in particular you'd like to start with?
I'm very intrigued by true or false. Give me like true or false 200.
Okay. True or false? Was Count Olaf after the Baudelaire's fortune?
True.
True. Yeah. What is he? What is yes?
What is he?
True or false? Okay. You're so you got it right. So the board actually is yours.
The board is actually yours. Let's go to where did this take place? 300.
When they figured out how to cure the Medusa mycelium. That's good.
That was inside the Queequeg.
Ooh, inside the Queequeg. Okay.
Or yeah.
Grim Grotto. I don't know.
In Grim Grotto, the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like it should say what book did this take. It's fine. We got it right. You got it right. We'll keep going. Your answer was actually correct.
Mine was specific. Who is related to 100?
Who is related to Count Olaf?
Oh, what?
I think the answer's no one. Oh, that's right.
Not true. Oh, it is true because that's the whole point. Is he's like their
distant relative.
Twice removed. I'm gonna throw my laptop.
He's like their only actual living family.
Well, by that logic, he's related to a lot of people in the books. He's related to Aunt Josephine and Dr. Montgomery. Where are they in this list?
Dead.
Dead. Okay.
Well, they also... I don't necessarily... They could be related, but that could be far more distant. I'm not sure. Okay, board is mine. What book was this? 500. What book did have 2 other triplets?
2 other triplets. There's one book that has a set of triplets.
Is it the Penultimate Pearl?
I don't know.
I think...
Because, like... I think it might be Proof Rock Prep, where it's asking where they're introduced.
All right, I'm gonna go with Penultimate Peril. What is all of them in the end? It showed that they followed them.
Then it followed. Then.
So apparently I'm wrong. Oh, at the end of the books, they were there. Fine. The board is yours now. You may pick since I was unable to get that question right.
Who is this 500?
Who is this 500?
Yeah.
Who is the girl driving the submarine in the Grim Grotto?
Who is Fiona?
Great.
Yeah.
500 points for you. I love that. You were like, she does drive it.
Yeah. I guess. As much as one drives any submarine. Let's go to true or false 500.
True or false 500. Does Sunny get dropped from the cage in the second book?
Second book is Reptile Room. I don't think that's true. What is false? What is no?
What is no? What is yes, JK, no?
This is a lot of fun.
This is...
This really was made by a fifth grader writing a book report.
But there's part of me that's like, this is better than mine. Like, it's more like, it's like, how could you be right? Like, no.
How could you be right when it's true or false, and then the answers are yes or no?
Oh, gosh. All right, we're not that far. It's a 2,000 point difference. But
yeah, go ahead. What book is this? What book was this? 400.
What book has a island village that put Count Loaf in a cage?
Use me?
What book
Count
has an island village that put Count Olaf in a cage?
The End, maybe? I don't remember.
What is The End? I do believe that's correct.
Yeah. Let's go to who is related 100.
Who is related to the mom and dad that died in the fire?
The Baudelaire orphans.
You could say the Quagmires.
The Quagmires would also be correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Sunny, Klaus, and Violet. That was a good one. Board is still yours.
Board is still mine. Let's go to where did this take place 500.
When Count Olaf looks like a sea captain, what book was that?
That was my favorite book, The Wide Window.
Wide Window.
What is The Wide Window?
Yeah, let's go. Oh, hell yeah.
I know my shit.
What is the...
Let's go to where did this take place 400.
400. When the island people told them to drink the stuff in the plant.
I'm gonna go with The End as well, because that's the only one that, references an island, I guess.
Yeah, that's...
I do not remember The End at all, apparently.
Yeah.
Let's go to who is related 500. Let's see if it gives me something tricky.
Who is related? None. None.
Excuse me? None.
No points? You just...
Yeah, no points.
They didn't have one.
Why don't
Okay.
you take the board from here?
Okay, I'll do who is related for 400. Who is related to Sunny, Klaus, and Violet? I need to pee.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why don't you go take a break? Why don't we pause for a sec?
Okay, we're gonna pause real quick. We'll be right back. All right. Freshly pissed, back at it. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Have you put any thought into who is related to Sunny, Klaus, and Violet?
Not a single thought. Not a single thought. I walked past the mirror and then I was like, I need to adjust my skirt, and then I got trapped.
Those were the thoughts we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who is related to Sunny, Klaus, and Violet? I'm gonna go ahead and say Olaf. I'm gonna say their parents. I'm gonna say Aunt Josephine, Uncle Monty. I think that's it. Beatrice,
Count Olaf, their dad, and the other people that watch them except the school, the hospital, the village. And the people, the people in the submarine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think you get the points for that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Like, I guess Beatrice, like, they used the real name for mom and dad. But, like...
Except dad was still just dad.
Mm-hmm. Well, dad doesn't get a name.
Well, yeah.
Oof. Oh, woe is me. Okay.
Hello?
Who...
Hello?
Oh, whoa. Let's do...
Mr. Obama?
Obama? What is that from?
What do you mean, what is that from? I'll send you.
Okay.
It's from the Then Perish meme.
Mm-hmm.
It's from a Mr. Obama.
Okay, we'll have to see this. Okay, who is this for 400? He is the second house they go to. Who is Uncle Monty? Mm-hmm. Uncle Montgomery House. Or who is Montgomery House?
Who is Montgomery House?
Oh, not you points. 100 points, baby. We're not negative. let's go. Let's do some cleanup sweep. Who is this 100?
He likes money. I mean, that could be Sir from Miserable Mill, if we're being...
It could be Olaf or it could be Poe.
It could be Poe.
I'm going to say Count
It
Olaf.
could be a lot of people. I've texted you the Mr. Obama meme.
Perfect. My phone just vibrated.
Hello?
Hello?
Is anybody there? The cave slowly begins to fill with water. Hello, please, somebody help me. Hello! You can feel the surface of the water barely laughing at you. No, hello, help me. God rest your soul.
Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, ma'am, why are you doing this to me? Hello, help me, please. And then it's a picture of Mr. Obama. And then, Mr. Obama, is that you? Hello, please help me. I seem to be in a little bit of trouble, Mr. Obama. Hello, Mr. Obama picture again. Please, Mr. Obama, please save me. I don't want to die. Hello, Mr. Obama, are you still there? Mr. Obama, please, I'm drowning. Hello, I'm scared. I'll do anything for you, Mr. Obama. Please help. Anything for you, Mr. Obama. Then perish.
Just... then die.
Whenever we start a phone call and I go, hello, I'm referencing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I love Mr. Obama.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Okay, we can continue.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to make sure that I here everyone can see this meme. I sent it to myself.
Mr. Obama, please.
Then perish. Good enough. Very good.
I'll do anything for you, Mr. Obama. Anything. And perish.
How cruel.
Very good.
Very good.
It's funny.
I always do the like, you're like, hello, and I'm just like, hello. Because that's what a couple of my friends do. We'll just go hello back at each other like until someone stops. Hello.
Whoa, Mr. Obama.
Hello.
Are you still there? Mr. Obama, I'm drowning. Please help me.
No. Okay, which category do you think I should do?
Big category. I don't know. The board is yours.
What book is this 100?
Okay.
The fire, where their parents died. I'm gonna guess Fire in the Mansion. Baudelaire Mansion.
Well, this is... Okay, you can guess that.
Is that not... Did their parents die at the hospital?
It's what book is this is the category. So
Oh.
It's not asking for a set piece. It's asking for a book.
I'm gonna guess The Bad Beginning. What is the first book?
Yeah.
That...
Good job.
Yeah, I don't like the way that they are utilizing the rules.
It's very strange because what book is this and where did this take place seem to be the same category.
Yes. And neither of them have a consistent rule for like
naming the book or the first book.
Yes.
The last book.
And like I think this is really, really good for what it is, for what it's worth. Like I don't want to be like shitting on some person's work. Having a lot of fun, but it's also helping me a lot like know how to better like improve it too, because it's like, oh yeah, well like I'm like, I didn't think to do a category, what book is this? Because we're doing one book, but I could break it up by chapters.
Right.
That could be fun. Where it's like, oh, ooh, what chapter is this? Because then it's like
hard.
Yeah. I think like a hard one is fun. Like, especially if we're gonna then like compete. Because like I will set it up, but I'm not studying it either. Like it's just to put it on there. So
I will be studying the book. I will have it photo printed into the back of my eyelids so that I can
on a pen.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Nice. Close. See with your eyes closed. True or false? 400. Is Beatrice a relative or not? To somebody.
Ooh, see, we're. Yeah. This person thinks because we answered the who is the Baudelaire's related to question.
Oh, it's a good one. I'm gonna say
So this
yes.
is sneaky.
True.
What?
What is no? She is their mom.
This seems to be contradictory. Is Beatrice because a mother
It's a relative.
is a relative.
Like, they're a relative. Oh, what are they? Oh, they're my uncle. It is
They're
weird
my
that you would
mother.
say that. Yeah, like my mother. Oh, I had a relative calling. It's just like, oh, that you're clearly like, that is correct. You could be more specific. But like,
So weird.
a
I don't
relative.
use points for that. I think
I should get the points.
you should get the points.
I think that there, true or false has also been a misnomer.
Right. True or false? We've not asked. It's not been answered with a true or a false yet.
True or false 300. Does Fiona have a brother? Yes. True. Hook-handed man.
True.
Fernald. Any other? Those are all the same answer.
No, JK.
What is no?
What is no? Just kidding.
Okay. Just kidding. True or false 100.
I'm just being silly.
Count Loaf is a nice guy.
It must have just like auto-corrected to loaf and this person didn't care because they're 7.
Well, I think they just typed Loaf. I don't think it auto-corrected.
No, because I bet it didn't. I bet they didn't capitalize Olaf,
Oh,
and that
that's a good
gave
point.
them the red line. And then when they clicked on it, it said it gave them the option to change to loaf, and they said sure.
Yeah, like not thinking about it. Okay, I'm gonna say no. What is no?
What is no?
He's not a nice guy.
Good job.
Thank you. Let's do who is this for 200, keeping up the same vein. He told the kids what happened to their parents. That is Mr. Poe. Mr. Poe. Mr. Poe.
Mr. Poe. That's
Mr.
so
Poe.
fucking funny. Why did they do
Who is Mr. Poe?
that? Mr. Poe. That's really funny. I like that a lot.
I don't know how they did that. How did they stylize it like that? See, the kids are doing things on Jeopardy Labs that I couldn't even dream of.
Mm-hmm.
She lives across the street from Count Olaf. Is that Justice Strauss? Who is Justice Strauss?
It's just a Strauss.
Fuck yeah!
Big win.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, isn't she the neighbor? But like, is that next door or across the street? How deep? Like, are they getting me?
Right. With this person, it's a total shot in the dark.
Where did this take place? Well, the books don't seem consistent. What books they're pulling from?
Right.
Where did they hear about their house and their parents were gone in a fire? What is Briny Beach? Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. See, this is so strange because before it was like, where did they learn the cure for Medusa mycelium? And it was Grim Grotto. But this is a specific location. This is so strange to me.
Yeah, like, to me, where did this take place would be locations. So, like,
Right.
like if I were to do this over, it would be like, named locations. And it's like, oh, okay, because I think that would be a good category, actually. Named locations versus, and then like, name the book.
Okay.
Or something like that. Like, you do the cheesy Jeopardy things, but like, would be a bit like, it's like, where did this take place?
If we do cheesy Jeopardy things, we could have potpourri
Ooh.
as kind of like, because they have potpourri as a catch-all category, and we could have Mr. Poe.
Mr. Poe.
Okay. Board's still yours.
Board's mine. Where did this take place? 200. When the kids found out what VFD.
Ooh.
Is it Hostile Hospital?
I think it's Slippery Slope, where they find out what actually VFD is.
All right.
But I don't.
Let's go for it.
No, I don't know what this person. What is the reptile room? Excuse me. Excuse me.
They discover VFD for the first time. Maybe they first see VFD. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think the first time they find out VFD is in the Austere Academy.
Let's see. VFD, Zombies in the Snow. There's a circular stamp on the suitcase with a pupil drawn in the D. In the new paperback version of the series. So it's possible that that could be what they're referencing. But that also seems like wrong on every level.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the points.
Even if there are... No, you don't get to keep the points. No.
Boo. No points then.
No points.
But bad
no
question.
No points were awarded.
Fine. Who is related 300?
Not is mine.
Oh, it is yours. Fuck!
It is mine, actually, because you got that wrong. Fuck
I'm not going to be able to catch up. Fuck. I could have got 2,500. I could have gotten more. Damn it. We could have tied.
Give me what book is this 200? We'll see. There's still time for me to get shit wrong.
Is there? They meet their Uncle Montgomery.
The Reptile Room. What is the Reptile Room?
What is the second book? Idiot.
Did you not? Oh, you did give me
I gave you the points.
Like, fuck you.
No, I did.
Who is related 300?
Who is Lemony Snicket related to?
Jacques and Kit Snicket? Who is? That's not true.
No points. No points.
That's fine.
No.
I won't take the points. But this is untrue as well, because he's in love with Beatrice. He wants to marry her.
It would...
I sure hope they're not related.
Does that change things? If the context of, like... If they are related?
Beatrice is like his cousin. Well, that would absolutely change things, yes. Second of all, I'd argue that the books inherently present a romantic idea of the relationship between Lemony and Beatrice. Third of all, this person clearly doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
No.
So why are we treating them as an authority?
That's true.
I will take the L. You can have the last question.
What book was this? Where they almost died from mycelium. They spelt it wrong twice.
Yep.
I love this. It's Grim Grotto.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good job.
Thank you. So this one was fun. This was the one that I had played. Like I had clicked on a couple and I was like, are you kidding me? And then I went, okay, I can just like, kind of
just do whatever.
Yeah. So thank you for playing this with me for the Grim Grotto. I thought it would be a fun little activity to throw in.
I've been vexed by the Jeopardy.
Mm-hmm. But you are a double winner, John Cale. You've won twice.
I did. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, well, with that...
Who is Lemony Snicket related to? Who is Beatrice? Insane note to end on.
That is a hot take.
They're not related. No.
Yeah, but what if this is like a psyop? Like, what if this is the great mystery we were meant to unravel? Is that... What if they are related?
Written by Lemony Snicket, actually.
Wait, what?
That Jeopardy quiz was.
Oh, I thought you meant the books. I'm like, what? Yeah, what if Lemony wrote it and he's just like, no one's gonna know. There's some coded languages. Maybe.
Yeah, if you take all the misspelled letters, it actually is a secret code.
Oh.
Count Loaf.
A little Count Loaf.
Very fun.
Yeah.
A little Count Loaf for me.
A little slice of Count Loaf.
Portrait from Mihi. Yeah.
Teehee triumphant.
God. Teehee triumphant for Mihi triumphant. I'd love to cut a slice of Count Loaf from book 7.
Ooh, he was serving.
Where he's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was hot. Yeah.
Get a slice of that pound cake, that loaf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
For the penultimate peril.
Second to last time we'll see each other for this series.
The last time. Yeah.
So thank you all.
It's the second last time at all.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
After this, we're gonna stop being friends.
Oh. A change.
Start becoming enemies. Have our own schism.
Oh, okay, cool. We could do that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time. A sugar
I don't
bowl.
know, just an idea.
Maybe. Okay. So next book, Penultimate Peril. We'll try to like get on that, and I think we could try to get them both done by the end of the year, but I don't want to like.
Ooh, end of the year is a very tight deadline.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
But
see.
we'll see.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. We'll see. So, thank you all. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Thanks for coming in and watching. And Queequeg was cool.